Mortal Kombat 2, just in time for Mother's Day weekend. So, Mortal Kombat 2 is a sequel to the 2021 Mortal Kombat film, both movies being directed by Simon McCoy. And this time around, we have Carl Urban as Johnny Cage and Adeline Rudolph as Katana. The 2021 Mortal Kombat movie, I feel like it was destined to fail from the get go, unfortunately. I remember it came out during COVID, and so HBO put it on HBO Max. It also put it on there as a way to promote the streaming service, which was a pretty crappy tactic, in my opinion. I remember that Black Widow suffered the same fate, and Suicide Squad, amongst a lot of other films. And I feel like that killed the film's momentum and it killed its box office opportunity. And, it just wasn't good for movies. And so when that was released, I feel like that hurt it. What also hurt it is that we had a completely brand new original character as the starring role instead of picking one of the literally, I'm pretty sure, hundreds of Mortal Kombat characters that you have at your disposal to be the lead in the film. But we're just going to introduce a brand new character. And then on top of that, we didn't really have a tournament. There were fights, but it wasn't a Mortal Kombat tournament. And then add on top of that a paper thin plot. And yeah, no, it made for a really bad time. And so I was excited for this film because I was hoping that we were going to get a better Mortal Kombat movie. I had my fingers crossed. And it did. It paid off. This movie is so much fun. I feel like this is going to be the movie of the summer. Well, I mean, I say that, and I know we have the Odyssey and Spider-Man coming out, but so far, at least in the month of May, this is the movie to go see in the movie theaters. This is so much fun. It's campy. It's gory. It knows what Mortal Kombat is, and it's not trying to give you anything more. This time around, we do have Carl Urban as Johnny Cage, a character not in the 2021 Mortal Kombat movie, and this Johnny Cage is a little bit different from what we're used to. It's not a Johnny Cage in his prime. It's kind of like a Sylvester Stallone, Steven Seagal, John Van Damme. It's a John Van Damme Johnny Cage, an action star from the '90s who kind of peaked then. Now he's, you know, signing T-shirts and old movie posters at Comic Con, and it's not a bad thing, but it is a different Johnny Cage than what we're used to seeing. But now this Johnny Cage has to, you know, set into reality that he's been summoned to Mortal Kombat and he has to fight this, completely brand new slew of characters that he never knew as a human. And it was super interesting that he was the audience's point of view for the film. He was the fish out of water. For someone that I didn't really play Mortal Kombat growing up just because I didn't have a game console. But I knew enough of it through the movies, my friends, and playing it at the arcade that I was a fan of Mortal Kombat, just not the biggest fan. I didn't know the most about it, but I feel like this was a perfect character utilization for me personally, just because I didn't know a lot about Mortal Kombat, but I can go in knowing that Johnny Cage is going to be my eyes and ears, and I'm going to walk out being a bigger fan than I was when I came in. Katana is on the other side of that coin. She's the other main character that we focus on, but she is kind of like the more. She's the character that's kind of like set in the world. Like she already has a place. Uh, we we get to see more of the world through her, as someone who, is already from this world, who's already used to the tournament, who already knows how this goes, and knows a couple of the other characters. So it was really great that these were the two point of views. But that being said, they're the main focus, but they're not exactly the stars. This is definitely an ensemble, which is how Mortal Kombat should be. When you have, every character having their standout moment, you have Liu Kang, you have Jax, you have Shao Kahn, you have, you know, all these other slew of characters having their moment. We do focus on Johnny Cage and Katana for the story, but overall, this is everyone's movie. Everyone has their own little arc, their own story that they're going through, and I think it was handled great. It reminded me a lot of Avengers: Infinity War, where we have, I'm pretty sure, up to 30 characters in a movie, main characters, and everyone got their time to shine. Same thing in Mortal Kombat. They did that great. The fights are gory, the choreography is great, reality and physics, you know, out the window because it's Mortal Kombat. It doesn't need to, fall into reality or follow the rules that we know. It just needs to be awesome, and it is. The soundtrack kicks in at the perfect times, and you get hyped up when you hear that music. Yeah, overall, a great film. I can't really say, anything negative about it. Don't walk into this thinking that you're going to watch the best movie of the year or something that's going to get nominated for an Oscar. Just go in looking for a fun time, and I promise that you will. This movie is like it's the summer blockbuster. I know we have more films to come, but so far, best summer blockbuster. Great way to start off the season. I will say the sets super impressive. I watched this in IMAX. It's how I recommend it. I think it's worth that IMAX entrance price, just because on the biggest screen possible and the best quality, everything looks amazing. The sets are literally pulled from the game, and we even have them in that fight panel style. I thought that was great. Yeah, go watch the movie. Go have a fun time this weekend, this Mother's Day weekend. I don't know if your mom will like it, but you definitely will. But that's enough for Mortal Kombat. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.